Today is May 19th, 2025. I need to pay a bill that's about $200. The algorithm shows different people different content at different times, and sometimes people say that my videos are excessive. Today is May 19th, 2026. Tuesday, pre-RPG Wednesday Tuesday. I'm trying to raise $200. Call it earning. What if the first video you see isn't the video where I had a typo? I called it a typo. Not sure what else it would be called. I misspoke. That isn't really typographical. But I am working on a font, so fonts are on my mind. Today is May 19th, 2026. I need $200. I need to pay for web infrastructure because that's the career that I went into. It costs me money. And I also have some art that I can show you. Some laminated folios. Cheers. 10 laminated folios for $13, or 26 laminated folios for $20. You can also buy a digital version for $5, and anyone who does gets access to the collection. Cheers! When I go live on TikTok, I test my art, and when I have conversations with authors, I test storylines sometimes. Not every author can co-author on the same story, so it is important to mind genre. Cheers! The practical value of my art is meant to teach computer science. Computer science as a degree program ebbs and flows into and out of demand. Sometimes you need to build infrastructure, other times you need to maintain it. I've been reflecting on a curriculum for 3 years on TikTok, and I've tested the components to see which ones are easy to learn. Now, I can make art that makes the hard parts easier to learn, and I've also explored why computer science is such a generalizable degree program, or field of study. It's important for software engineers to learn business. You can have a quality product and improve the quality of the product. You can design a product that becomes more interesting when language models become more intelligent. You can practice that with your art style. Test it on TikTok to make sure you have enough data points. Form a group to make sure you can do it consistently. One of my groups is 7 days away from a 200-day streak. I'm working on some show production details. Cheers! It's pretty common for people to see one of my videos, visit my profile, and then watch several videos. I also sometimes stitch them together so I can have Gemini summarize them on YouTube. This has me thinking about software design and return values. Cheers! If you buy laminated folios from me, I'll need to label them to make sure I can get them to you when I can afford to ship them to you. If it takes too long for me to ship them to you, you can exchange them for credits with an AI model. Professionally, I've been a software engineer, so I can use coding models more efficiently. I also do illustration, and I work with illustrators and actors and gardeners and other professionals. We talk about what AI can do and where it's boring. And we also practice. Buy some art. Cheers. You need to do a better job of marketing your laminated folios. Your audience doesn't even know you offer them. I've made videos about it. Most of your audience doesn't see most of your videos. Well, that's the algorithm's fault. Does the algorithm pay your bills? Mostly no, but it's complicated. The point is, you need to do better. You need to market your laminated folios. My laminated folios are so high quality they should market themselves. They don't. They should. Do better. You need to do a better job of marketing your laminated folios. Can't I just make a skit about my laminated folios? You can, but it's hard for your audience to imagine what they're useful for. They're interesting. Your audience or your folios. Can I do some flattery here? I'm sure my audience is pretty interesting. Market your folios.